What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Ethereum today, ETH USD. It is the 21st day of December, and here we are still at about $3,000. We've got 3 hours and 45 minutes left in this day. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and let's get into it. It is the end of the week. It is Sunday, and with that, we look at our weekly time frame here. You can see we're leaving behind a pretty sizable wick to the downside. We left a pretty sizable wick to the upside last week, and that promoted further decay in the price. The last time that we had a wick of this magnitude to the downside was here, and that promoted a nice pump the following week. Hopefully, this next week, this upcoming week, we get some follow through that doesn't wick out like the last one did. Right? I do think that this next week, Christmas week, and even going into the final days of December, we likely will pump higher, and we likely will close the year above $3,500. That'd be my suspicion. If we're not above $3,500 by the end of the year, that's fine. I mean, maybe instead we're at $3,200 something, but something higher than where we are now. I would expect that we have a good little increase, good little bit of gains over the coming weeks. Okay, let's look at the 1 hour time frame. We'll zoom out from there, and then we'll probably finish up the video on the weekly time frame here. Looking at the 1 hour. Maybe we shouldn't look at the 1 hour because it's so choppy and sideways. It's probably not going to help us too much. The RSI has a bullish stance to it, I suppose. You're bouncing off the oversold zone. You're getting overbought, living predominantly above the 50. That's nice, but again, sideways might be less reliable. Stochastics are pointed up. The MACD is finding support at the 0. There is bullish divergence. There's good things going on here. There's good things going on here, and that does give me a little bit of confidence that we're going to move up higher. We look at the 4 hour time frame here, and we are consolidating between the 60 and the 50. Very weird with the RSI just doing this, but bullish technically. Stochastics are bullish, bouncing off the 50, and the MACD is bullish, crossing above the 0. We're getting real momentum built here instead of these false little crosses here, right? There's definitely some optimism built into the charts here. Now, with that being said, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. If we were to see lower prices than anything we've seen over the past couple of days, we were to drop down to $2,900 or even just below there. That's okay. Fine. Whatever. Do that. Shake out a little bit. Sometimes we do that. Sometimes that's exactly what we do. Here, you're moving sideways for a whole day. This is the 4 hour time frame, so 6 of these candles equals a day. As soon as you break out, that's the worst time to buy. We went down. We sold off, right? This price action has been screwy. We're consolidating here. We break out. We saw a lower low, and then boom, then we moved up higher. This price action is very screwy. So if we are expecting that we move up, alongside of that expectation, we might expect a quick dip down that then propels us higher, right? Does that make sense? It's like here, you might be expecting that the low is in, but we needed a quick dip down, and now we're moving higher, right? That's just the thought. Or here, when we wanted to move lower, we needed a quick pump up, and then we moved down. Just be prepared for that. Don't count on it. Don't hold your breath. Don't trade on it. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Do whatever you want. There's no guarantee that we move down. But if I am thinking that we move up, and I am from here seeing the signs that I think we will move higher, expecting a little volatility beforehand shouldn't surprise you. Should not concern you. Should not be a detriment to the price at all. I don't mind the 4 hour. I don't mind the 1 hour. Again, indicators are a little bit more useless when you're moving sideways like this. But still, for as useless as this range might be, what we're getting from the indicators technically do seem bullish. There are some bullish implications. The daily RSI is very bearish. We're living below the 50 predominantly. We're getting breaths of fresh air, desperate fresh air above the 50 for a moment, but we're not getting overbought. We're living below the 50. We were getting oversold. The momentum is shifting a little bit. We went from getting oversold to finding support at the oversold zone to finding a higher low here. The momentum is shifting a little bit. And that noise just means my computer is charged, 90% charged. That's battery protection's on now. Somebody asked what that noise is once, and then I didn't answer, but you're probably not watching this video, whoever you were. Anyways, Ethereum, the stochastics on the daily time frame look very bullish here. The RSI is neutral and bearish, but with the stochastics, there's some optimism, right? You've got these higher lows. Might you come up and get a higher high? If you get a higher high, man, you're getting into the overbought zone for your first time since August, which should promote some pretty good price action, actually. That time, that noise was actually a notification for something else. I don't know why. Looking at this from a low here to a high here, let me make sure you guys can hear me too. Yes, you can. Okay. We did go, oh wow, we went all the way through the 786 on the first attempt. Yeah, guys, mark my words. I'm telling you right now, we are likely from here going to rip. We're going to rip up to $3,200. Not always, but typically in these environments where you break through your golden ratio with one fell swoop, you cut through it like butter just like that. You typically do, especially with the 786, you typically go right to this 236 and even through it. I'm very confident from here that we do not go below this low, that we do go higher. I'm absurdly confident. I'm very, very confident. And this will probably happen, I would think, this week of Christmas. So that's kind of nice. We're going to get a 32, not a 10% pump, maybe a 10% pump, but something that's around $3,200 to $3,400, I would guess, by the end of this next week, if not higher. What if Ethereum just moves up higher? We'll see. It's kind of odd to think, but it doesn't feel like it's been much time at all. But man, we've been consolidating in this range here for about a month already. That's a long time. That's not a long time, but that's a good amount of time, enough for Ethereum to make some strides higher and break out of this range. I think we're in a good position to do that, right? That's a very bullish reversal right there. Those three candles. Bearish, very bearish, full body candle down, doji candle at the low, and then a reversal candle here. It's almost like a quote unquote an abandoned baby. That's a pattern, abandoned baby pattern. Look it up. It's not an abandoned baby, but it reminds me of it. It reminds me of that look, which is typically a reversal signal. It's a reversal signal in the candlestick patterns. Anyways, I like the stochastics. The stochastics. I mean, how often, when you get oversold to this extent and then you come out right here, how often do you just reject and go back down? It doesn't happen, right? Here, when we got up here, we kept going. And that wasn't a lot, but we did keep going. We grew. If we saw that from here, we'd be pushing up to like $3,700, $3,800. Here you were pushing up, but you kept pushing up to the 50, not here, and then you found resistance at the 50 and you came down. Here, whenever you pushed up, you kept going to the overbought zone. Here, whenever you pushed up, you kept going to the overbought zone. It's typically how it is. I'm bullish here on the daily time frame to the end of the year, probably, if not the final days. Like maybe the last 4 or 5 days, we could be pulling back. But at some point between now and, I would say, Christmas Day, or even after Christmas, we're going to be moving up, getting into this overbought zone. We should see the price go along with that. I wouldn't be surprised at all if by the end of the year Ethereum was closing around $3,800 or higher. And maybe we don't close, I shouldn't say that, but at least hitting something around there, right? Weekly time frame, looking at this here. Stochastics, oh, they want to come out, man. They're so close. They want to come out and play. You're almost there. 3 hours left. I don't know if we're going to move up in the next 3 hours, if we're going to move up 2.4%. So we're probably not going to get the cross this week, but maybe next week. The last time that we crossed out of our oversold zone, the following week, that week, we pumped up 39%. The time before that, when we crossed out of our oversold zone, we pumped up 11%. And then we consolidated for a little bit and then inevitably moved higher, right? The time before that we crossed out of the oversold zone, that week we moved up 6%, the following week 7%, the following week 5%, just 4 consistent weeks of growth. So whether it's fast, whether it's consistent, whether it's a little bit volatile, higher, higher, higher every single time that we've been here, right? Weekly RSI at the same areas that we typically do find support, where all of these macro lows that we literally just went over, they're always at this level. And the MACD being at the 0 here with these oscillators is a perfect indication that we want to bounce as well, let alone the candlestick itself. That's a very bullish looking, well, I shouldn't say very bullish. It has bullish implications, especially paired with all these other candles. So I think that we will move higher. Call me crazy, but I think that's the low. I don't think that Ethereum has lower to go. I think that was it. And now that we've consolidated for a month, we're probably ready to rally higher in Q1 of 2026. We will likely begin moving up over the coming weeks, but most of this move higher, most of this, what's going to take us, I think, to new all-time highs, will likely happen in Q1 between January and March of 2026. I've got nothing else. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Okay, take care of yourselves. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever, to everybody who's celebrating things right now. Spread love, spread joy. Don't spread hate, man. If someone's spreading hate, you just shine a light in the dark. Don't add to it. You know what I mean? It's a good time of year to try and bring out the best in each other and in ourselves, and I hope everybody embodies that and carries that with them over the coming days and weeks. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.